Welcome to Jim Sells the Suncoast, your go-to podcast for all things real estate on Florida's beautiful Suncoast. I'm your host, Jim, your friendly neighborhood real estate agent, and each week we dive into the vibrant world of buying and selling homes while embracing the laid-back lifestyle that makes Florida such a paradise. In our episodes, we'll explore the latest developments shaping our communities and spotlight the incredible companies and industries that play a vital role in real estate, from movers to mortgage brokers, title agents to insurance pros. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned seller, or simply dreaming of that perfect beachside bungalow, we've got insights, tips, and plenty of local flavor to guide you. So grab your sunscreen and get ready to soak up knowledge, laughs, and a little sunshine as we navigate the Suncoast together. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality, one episode at a time.
All right, good morning. This is Jim Ahern with Jim Sells the Suncoast, and today I'm excited to have Eric Ondrey back on. I think you are the first two-time guest on here, so excited to have you back and talk about where you are now.
Yeah, I'm at DR Horton at Seaire in Parrish, right off of Moccasin Walla. We opened back in late December, so we're just getting rolling pretty good here. The lagoon is under construction, so things are moving.
Yeah, let's jump right into the lagoon, so to speak, tongue in cheek. That's going to be a huge feature right there on Moccasin Wallow.
Yeah, it's going to be 4.5 acres of water, and there's going to be a swim up bar, some slides. You can rent kayaks, paddle boards, a lot of sand, so a lot of beach area with a lot of chairs and cabanas and things like that. It should be really nice. It's going to be pretty similar to South Shore Bay in Waimea. That's a successful community. That lagoon is slightly bigger than what we're going to have, but it's going to be the same concept. They're both metro development doing that lagoon.
Okay, and is that like salt water or treated water, or like a regular swim up you would find at any kind of resort?
Yeah, just like a pool. It'll be treated and taken care of, chlorine, or I'm not sure if it's chlorine or salt. That's a good question because it's not there yet. The formation of the lagoon is underway. There's several buildings under construction. There'll be obviously restrooms. There'll be a lot of events. So there'll be an open lawn area with some artificial grass. There'll be a big screen, like a projection screen for movie night.
Oh, wow.
There'll be different concerts, a lot of music playing at all times. So
that should be a great time and a great draw for that area.
Yeah, it's the first one of its kind in Manatee County. There's a successful one at Epperson up in Wesley Chapel. There is Murata, which is up in San Antonio, Dade City area. Sandal Key, that one's under construction up in Weeki Wachee. So yeah, we're excited. We're the first one in the South.
So. Yeah, I remember driving through there and seeing those signs and billboards out thinking, holy cow, a huge lagoon right here, which is awesome.
Yeah, there'll be a couple restaurants surrounding it outside of the community, right outside the community there on Moccasin. I believe there's Glory Days, so like a bar or restaurant. There'll be a roadhouse, I believe, on the same side of the road there. And the hospital's going across the street there, so that should bring in a lot of buyers that want to be close to work. So that'll be Baycare, and it's within a year or two, it's going to be very appealing. In fact, the residents at Seaire will be able to walk or golf cart right over to those places that we mentioned.
Tell me a little bit about the community, how big it's going to be, where we are, what kind of phase we're in, and what's projected out.
Yeah, so we're going to have a total of 515 homes, and we are the second builder that you come to as you come in off of Moccasin Walla. So we'll be very close to the lagoon. So the residents here, DR Horton, will be able to easily walk right over to enjoy all those amenities. We're just in phase one. So we're going to be doing our Express series and also our Tradition series of product. So that tradition is higher ceilings, upgraded cabinets, different things like that, larger covered patios. And so we're going to have tradition and we're going to have our express. All the homes here that we're going to have will have stone on the front, higher ceilings in the express. Usually the express series and our other communities are 8-foot ceilings throughout the home. Our express are going to be 8'8" ceilings with, like I said, stone on the front exterior. So the homes are quite a bit more upgraded than some of our other DR Horton communities.
Are they all going to be single families or townhome or villa section as well?
Just single family for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the other builders have some townhomes up in the front of the community, but yeah, we're going to have single family, any 40-foot lots and then 50-foot lots.
Okay. And then about how big are the homes? What are the ranges we're running from?
We go from 1,500 all the way up to over 3,300 square feet.
Okay. Yeah. Multiple stories options in some of the larger?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So about half of our homes will be 1 story and half will be 2 story. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the most bedrooms? Is there a 5-bedroom? Is that the big size?
We have a couple 5-bedroom plans. Yep. We have a 5-bedroom plan in our 40-foot series. The plan's called the Roby. It's 2,500 square foot, 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths. And then we will have a 5-bedroom in our tradition series. And that plan's called the Hemingway, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. So those, we'll have anywhere from 3 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms.
Okay. And what's the price point that we're starting off? And obviously that can go up based on what you put in and what you do, but where are we starting?
We are in the 330s for the 1,500 square foot plan called the Alex. Okay. We go up to about 500 and probably a little bit above 500 on the homes that are going to be built on the pond. We have a very large pond where we're building now. So those will have a little bit of a premium for being on the water.
But that's a great price point to get in with what's being built up and going around there and being in there this early.
We have other builders in here. DRB is more of a luxury builder. They are starting in the 600s. They go up pretty high. They're actually right across from us. It's nice being in with a luxury builder such as DRB. Perry Homes has started. They are in the 500,000 to 700,000 range. They are in Seaire as well. And so it's a really nice mix, anywhere from 300s all the way up to $1 million.
Okay. And I know you said you're in phase 1. Do you know what is the estimate on the build out? Are we a 3 or 5 year plan as we're going down the road completing this project?
With 515, I would say that I'd have to do some math, but probably anywhere from 4 to 6 years.
Okay. I know we talked a little bit, we were talking earlier about what's going on in the area. The fact it's right on Moxonwalla, which gives you very close proximity to the Skyway jumping over Tampa Airport. You've got Waimami, you've got the beaches, you've got out St. John's Pass, you've got Anna Maria. It seemed like it's in such a perfect location. You get to everything really within about 30 to 45 minutes. What else is going on in that area?
Those are good points. With Seaire, we're about 1.5 miles from I-75. And like you said, you could jump on 275 and get over to St. Petersburg in about 20 minutes. Also, quick access if you're work to the south in Bradenton, Sarasota, you could jump right on the interstate. The Moxonwalla Road is being widened, and within about a year, I believe most of it will be 4 lanes. Some areas will be 6 lanes. A lot of commercial, Roadhouse, Steakhouse, Glory Days, Walmart, I believe Home Depot. So there's a lot going on right there. Baycare Hospital, a lot to look forward to for sure. Okay, so all of our homes will have quartz countertops, white shaker cabinets. The Tradition series are like 42-inch cabinets. The Express is like 36-inch cabinets. We have Revwood flooring, which is in line with vinyl. Many people say that it does hold up better than vinyl in most cases, as far as wear and tear, pets, water, things like that. The Express series, we include all the appliances, stainless steel, Whirlpool appliances, washer, dryer, That all comes standard. And we do have some upgrades that you could do. And that would be where we could screen in the patio on the covered patios. We can extend the flooring to where you wouldn't have any carpet. That's an option as well. We have where you could, like the Express series, it doesn't have glass enclosures for the shower. So we can add that. So we could do blinds on all the windows. So there's a nice selection of options that you could add to the home as well.
Okay. And then what options do you have as far as customizing? How many are going to be spec homes, customized, or is it more of a personalized versus customized?
It really is exclusively spec homes, and
Okay.
we have them all planned out. There are some of the lots that we have available. You could do a to be built, but that is for buyers that aren't quite ready to close right away. Maybe they have a home to sell. It's really good for people that have a home to sell. In the industry, that was typically frowned upon, especially when the market was really hopping. A home to sell, or home that was, a lot of builders steered away from that, or at least waited until they had their home under contract and then move forward. But with us, most of the homes are specs, but you can do a to be built where that would be like more of a 4 to 5 month process. But definitely a nice selection.
You talked a little bit about, you talked about personalizing it, where if you want to change the patio or you want to do some of those different changes inside, flooring versus carpeting, that kind of stuff. So there's some personalization available. What about pools? Is there room to put a pool in the homes?
Yeah, I would say 95% of the home sites that we have will have room for a pool, especially the 2-story homes. But I would say, other than maybe one of our floor plans and our 40-foot product, that home is a 1-story where it's a little bit longer. So it doesn't, it's really about the only one that wouldn't allow for a nice size pool. But I do believe that quite a few people will do their own pool in the backyards.
Great. Well, what amenities are coming into your section of Seaire? I know we talked about the lagoon, what's coming in there, and a lot of the amenities are going to be available there. But do you have any that'll be back towards maybe where you're being built out in Seaire?
No, the main amenity would be the lagoon. We don't really have any separate amenities within the DR Horton section or anything like that. But yeah, the lagoon should be, with it having a restaurant bar and all those activities, there's going to be like yoga on the lawn, different fitness get-togethers and things like that. So almost every day of the year, there'll be something going on down at the lagoon.
Right. And with something that big and varied, that is the draw. That's the amenity. That's why you live in that area, to take part of that.
Yeah, for sure. And anyone that wants their own private, like we talked about, build a pool and have the best of both worlds at that point.
Okay. So I know, big vertically integrated company, what options do you have available for somebody coming in? The financing, the title, anything like that you can do all with one without ever really having to leave?
Yeah, it's all in one. We have our own lender, title, and homeowners insurance and all that. The incentives that we have, which vary every month, they do change. But for the most part, they're like, currently we have interest rate special financing if you use our lender, all the way down to 3.875.
Wow.
And we also are providing a good portion of the closing cost as another incentive. Yeah, those things are tied into going with our in-house lender. But yeah, like you said, you wouldn't have to go elsewhere. We allow everyone to use whoever they want for the financing, homeowners insurance, like that. But it definitely is a one-stop shop where you're able to use the affiliates to make the transaction much smoother.
I know we spoke earlier. You said you sold, I think, 5 in the last 2 weeks. So how have the sales been going since December? How many have been sold so far?
The first month or so, a lot of people didn't know we were back here. Over the last 2 weeks, we have sold 5, and a nice mix of some of our smaller homes, and then we have sold one of the larger ones as well. So yeah, we're definitely seeing an uptick of people coming in. Metro Development does a lot of social media advertising and They do draw people to their communities as well. There's a welcome center at the front of the community so people can learn about the lagoon and see all the renderings and videos and all those kind of things. So Metro does help quite a bit with getting buyers to the various builders within the community.
Okay. What restrictions are there as far as rentals, pets, fencing that's going to go in Seaire?
There's really no pet restrictions. I think
Okay.
you're not able to have more than 4 pets in the home.
Right,
So
right.
they restrict that a little bit. But yeah, you could do fencing. In fact, the homes that we have being built that back up to each other, where you're like an interior lot, we do provide the back fencing, the perimeter between the home sites, and you could do a 6-foot privacy on the sides. If you're on the pond, you could do 6-foot privacy on the sides, and then in the back portion just needs to go down to 4 feet, so you still have a nice view of the pond. Rental restrictions, you can't do any short-term leases or Airbnb or anything like that. So you can do a 12-month minimum
long-term
lease. Yeah.
Okay, and that's all right. That's what we're seeing through the whole county right now. So that fits right in with that. What would you say so far with the people that you've dealt with has been the biggest pleasant surprise they found from looking at that area and making that purchase?
I would say the price point, when you think of a man-made lagoon community, all the beach and all that, I think some people are pleasantly surprised that the price point is still affordable. And others are sometimes used to seeing some of our other communities where it's just the Express series. I think a lot of people are very much happy to see our tradition series, like I said, with the higher ceilings and 42-inch cabinets and all that. Yeah, so I think those 2 things are what people are saying when they come in.
Okay. And then what's the HOA, and is there a CDD?
CDD ranges depending on the lot size. It's anywhere from $3,000 a year to $3,800 a year. And then the HOA is $100 a month, and that includes your internet. So we have UltraFi here. Metro Development does that in their other communities. It's been very successful. So each home will have internet included in the HOA. There's also a $50 a month for the lagoon when that's completed. That includes full usage for the whole household, and it also includes 25 guest passes per year. Yeah, that offsets the fees, I believe, with including the internet. Spectrum comes in and puts a modem and a router in each home, and that price saves $100 a month right there if you were to set that up yourself.
Okay, and what do you know what the fee for the lagoon would be not being a member? Have they come up with that yet, or is that still to be determined?
It varies. It's seasonal, like during the peak season, like right now. If the lagoon was up and running now, the last few weeks would have been very expensive to go, $30 or $40 per person for a day pass. There will be blackout dates. Like once the community matures, builders are getting most of their homes completed. There will be blackout dates during probably like spring break type holidays, summer when the kids are out of school. Blackout dates, meaning that it'll only be for the residents within Seaire.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Eric, I want to thank you for joining me again. What else do you want to tell about Seaire and the development you guys are building before we close it out today?
I would say that what I've been telling buyers currently is that the lagoon is under construction. It should be completed sometime probably in the mid to late summer. So currently the pricing is very attractive. And I would say this is absolutely the best time to buy in Seaire, because once the lagoon is done and you could go over there and see it, touch it, feel it, I believe prices should start going upward. And once we really get going, it could be $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 higher per floor plan. So I think it is a great time to buy at Seaire because it's almost like pre-lagoon pricing is what we call it.
Yeah. Get in now before everybody sees it and wants to be a part of it.
And also Moccasin Wallow is under construction. Once that's complete, when you're able to walk to all these restaurants, that should definitely tick the pricing for all the builders in Seaire.
Right.
So now's the time to really get some good pricing and good incentives as well. So.
Absolutely. Anybody that's interested in Seaire, stop on by, see Eric out at Seaire on Mox and Wallow. Follow here. We'll make sure we put you in touch with Eric. So Eric, thank you. I appreciate you coming out. Good seeing
All
you
right.
again.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it.
And that wraps up another sunny episode of Jim Sells the Suncoast. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the ins and outs of buying and selling homes here in our beautiful slice of Florida. I hope you found valuable insights and a little bit of inspiration to help you on your real estate adventure. Remember, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or simply soak up the Suncoast lifestyle, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review so that we can keep shining bright together. Until next time, keep dreaming big and let's turn those dreams into a reality, one home at a time.